You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Sunday to every single one of you guys. I hope you guys had a great weekend watching the NFL Scouting Combine. I know I did. Huge shout out to Xavier Worthy. I'm absolutely flying in the 40-yard dash and breaking the 40-yard dash record once held by John Ross. He ran a 4.21, and originally Xavier Worthy was probably going to be a second-round pick at best, and I'm pretty sure once he broke that record and ran a 4.21 40-yard dash, I'm pretty sure Xavier Worthy is now going to be a first-round pick. So huge shout out to him. Obviously, a lot of amazing talent was showcased during this weekend. And I know that the offensive linemen are finishing things up in Indianapolis for the NFL Scouting Combine. Next up is going to be free agency starting March 13th, which is the start of the new league year. And then we'll go to the NFL draft, which there's so much anticipation still surrounding the Chicago Bears and what they're actually going to do. Obviously, we've heard so many different reports coming out of the NFL Scouting Combine, and most of the reports are indicating that Justin Fields will be traded for a second-round pick and maybe another day 2 or day 3 pick as well. I know there's been also a little bit of report saying the Bears are still considering trading the number 1 overall pick as well. So at this point, we just have to wait and see what Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears do and what decisions they make. And like I've said before on many episodes right here on Kick on the Mic, whichever decision Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears make, I know it's going to be best for the long-term success of this football team. But the big question I wanted to come on here on a Sunday, right here on Kick on the Mic, I just wanted to ask you guys a quick question. What is your guys' dream draft scenario for the Chicago Bears? And I guess we could just go first round. Obviously, the Chicago Bears have the number 1 overall pick and the number 9 overall pick. So I wanted to come on here real quick and basically just pick your guys' brains. I'm going to just ask you guys that question. What is your dream draft scenario for the Chicago Bears in regard to the 2 first-round picks they have in the 2024 NFL Draft? And I know right now there's a lot of people thinking that it's going to be Caleb Williams, and he is guaranteed to be the number 1 overall pick. But I feel like there's so many different scenarios that Ryan Poles and Chicago Bears can basically go in. So let's say that Caleb Williams is the number 1 overall pick for the Chicago Bears. What would be our dream scenario or option at pick number 9? I know a lot of people are hoping that Malik Nabers or Rome Odunze fall to the number 9 overall pick, but I find it kind of hard to believe, especially after the scouting combine, that Rome Odunze and Malik Nabers are going to drop to number 9. I think Rome Odunze may have a chance to drop to number 9. And personally, to me, if the Chicago Bears do in fact decide to trade quarterback Justin Fields and they do pick Caleb Williams, that would be personally my dream scenario, is having Rome Odunze, wide receiver out of Washington, fall to the number 9 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft and pair him with Caleb Williams, because then you would have Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet. Maybe after you trade Justin Fields, maybe you can get another wide receiver weapon for Caleb Williams to throw to in Chicago. But I feel like that would be a pretty good offense for the Chicago Bears to start next season with, right? But I know there's always so many different scenarios for Ryan Poles to choose from. Maybe he does opt to trade off the number 1 overall pick and not pick Caleb Williams and maybe go after Marvin Harrison Jr. And then at number 9, maybe you take the best edge rusher in Dallas Turner or Jared Verse, or maybe you still take Caleb Williams at the number 1 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft and trade down from number 9 overall, maybe get Jackson Powers Johnson, add a couple second-round picks, maybe hopefully Keon Coleman, wide receiver from Florida State, drops to the second round. Maybe you take Keon Coleman, which would also be a really good option. He had a really good NFL scouting combine as well. But that's why I wanted to come on here and ask you guys personally, what would be your dream draft scenario in the first round for the Chicago Bears? Because as it stands right now, even though all the reports are indicating that the Bears are going to take Caleb Williams with the number 1 overall pick, that's all fine and dandy. But what are the Chicago Bears going to do at number 9? Do you think we should take a weapon if Rome Odunze falls? Will you take Rome Odunze, or do you want Brock Bowers? Or do you think the Chicago Bears should trade down, add a couple of more second-round picks? I know we'll add a second-round pick if we trade quarterback Justin Fields, but maybe we trade down from 9, add a couple more second-round picks, and maybe still pick the best edge rusher. Maybe Dallas Turner is still there. Maybe Jared Verse is still there. Or maybe you just take Jackson Powers Johnson. Maybe we surprise a couple of people and take a guy like Brian Thomas, the receiver from LSU. There are so many different things that Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears can do in the 2024 NFL draft. It's absolutely crazy. And that's the privilege of having 2 first-round picks. And that's why it's going to be so exciting once the draft rolls around, because since we have 2 first-round picks, the Chicago Bears are going to be able to improve this roster, hopefully in one draft, just depending on what Ryan Poles actually does. But personally, if I had to guess right now what Ryan Poles and Chicago Bears are going to do, and this is not me saying this is what I want him to do, but by the reports and what you're hearing from Ian Rappaport and all the analysts out there that were at the NFL Scouting Combine, all the rumblings going on around the NFL Scouting Combine, it makes it seem like we are going to draft Caleb Williams number 1 overall. And at number 9, the Bears are going to hopefully pray and hope that a guy like Rome Odunze drops, and you pair Rome Odunze with Caleb Williams. And obviously you add him with DJ Moore, Cole Kmet. And honestly, I think that'd be a really good offense for the Chicago Bears. But like I said, at the end of the day, we really just have to wait to see what Ryan Poles wants to do. I know right now it seems like we're going to draft Caleb Williams, but you never know. Anything that you hear right now can definitely be smokescreen, and it's basically just a preference at this point. But I just know whatever decision Ryan Poles makes, I think it's going to be the best decision long-term for the success of the Chicago Bears. And that's what makes me excited about this franchise, because I think we finally have a competent GM in place, is that he's not going to listen to the outside noise. Right now, he's not listening to me. He's not listening to other Bears content creators. He's not listening to analysts or NFL insiders and Ian Rappaport. He is going to make the best decision possible for the Chicago Bears and their long-term success. And that's what really makes me so excited. And I know either direction he goes in, the Bears are going to be set up for long-term success. And that makes me really, really excited as a Chicago Bears fan. But once again, before I let you guys go, answer this question down below in the comment section. I definitely want to hear from you guys. What would be your dream first-round scenario for the Chicago Bears? So at pick number 1 and pick number 9, let me know your dream first-round Chicago Bears draft scenario down below in the comment section. But as always, Bears fans, make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, be back for our all-new Bears podcast right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and as always, bear down.
You've been listening to Geek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.